So now say, today I am going to start your next topic, that is called evolution of operating system. It means how operating system came into existence. So what was the early we have operating system, and now how it is changed. So initially we have a mainframe system. Clear? So what mainframe was doing? Reduces setup time by batching similar jobs, automatically jobs sequencing. So what it was doing? So in mainframe system, we have a initial control in monitor. So whatever we are doing, everything was in a monitor, and the control transfer to the job. So whatever work we are doing in our computer, that is transferred in form of job. So we have a one job, second job, third job. So every control, it's work like a job. So when job completes, control transfer back to monitor. So we have a so in a mainframe computer, automatically one control transfer from one job to another. Clear? So we have one resident monitor. So it has a three works. First, initial control and monitor. So it is initially controlling the monitor. Monitor means we have a workspace where we can work without any problem. In that we have a control transfer to job. So we can transfer our control. Hello. So in a mainframe system, we can easily transfer our control from one system to another. Third, whenever our job is finished, again we used to send our control back to monitor. So monitor is the place where all the jobs is reside in the computer. So that is called mainframe system. So what it is doing? So there is one drawback is there. It is reducing speed of our jobs. Suppose in our computer there is one. Hello. If any doubt, Atmaram. Hello. Atmaram, Ajit, Kirti, anyone, any doubt?
No, sir.
Is it clear? So don't talk with each other. If you have a doubt, you can directly tell to me. I am here. Clear? So now we have if we will talk about evolution of operating system. So first we have a mainframe system. So what mainframe system is doing? It is reducing our speed, setup time by batching similar job. So do you know, initially whenever we want to execute our program, we used to make a batch. In form of batch, our jobs are used to processing. So in this way, whatever doing, we have to wait for making a batch. So in this way, our that setup time is used to reduce. So that is the main drawback in a mainframe system. So after that, we have a second of types of operating system, that is called batch processing operating system. So in a batch processing system, what we used to do, we used a similar type of job batches. Suppose we have a 10 jobs, one job for printer, second job for monitor, third job for computer, and again fourth job for printer. So what we will do, first and fourth job we will make a batch. Clear? Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
what we will do, we will make a batch. So if we have a similar type of job, we can make a batch of that jobs. Or we can execute all similar job at the same time. So in this way, automatically our computer speed will be increased because we used to execute all similar type batches at the same time. So that is a big benefit in batch operating system. It allow only one program at a time. So at a one time, it will allow only single program will execute. If we have a printer batch, so at that time only printer jobs will execute. Remaining job will not execute. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So again, I have one question. Suppose we have a 2 or 3 jobs of similar type, then how it will process? Can you tell me anyone? What is the criteria? So how you will decide that that job has to execute first? So what is the criteria? Suppose we have a 5 jobs, and how you will decide which job will execute first? Can anyone tell me? Unmute yourself, all of you. Ajit, Harsh, Kirti, Sneha, Swapnil, Vaishnavi. Unmute yourself. And what I asked, give me answer. How computer will decide which job will execute first? Anyone tell me, Brushali, Vaishnavi, Ajit, anyone? I am asking for all. Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Is my question is clear? What I asked? Hello? Is it clear? What is my question? Hello? If not clear, you can ask me.
Sir, clear.
So now tell me how you will decide that which process will be execute first. You think yourself. Whatever you think, that's no problem. Is it correct or wrong? That's not a matter. So how you will decide that process will execute first and that process will execute second, third, and so on. Just I'm asking because interaction without interaction, I can't understand how much you are understanding. Also, you also understand what I am telling. So that's my question. If suppose in your computer 10 jobs are there, then how computer will decide which job will execute first, which job execute second, and which job execute will last? Can you tell me what is the criteria?
There must be an identification number, something which can.
Means you are telling ID number for every process.
Must be.
Okay, almost okay. See, I'm telling there is a priority is there for every process. There is a priority.
Priority number.
See, suppose I am taking lecture. Clear? Hello? I am taking example. See, for example, I am taking lecture. You suddenly HOD sir came. It means what I have to do? I have to stop all process. I have to ask sir, why you came here? Clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
It means now HODs are having higher priority than everyone. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
if any
sir.
process having higher priority, that process will execute first.
Yes.
So it will be decided by operating system automatically which process will execute first. So it is decided with help of priority number. Clear?
Yes.
So operating
Yes.
system will decide which job will execute first on the basis of priority. Clear?
Okay, sir. Clear.
Yes.
So that is called batch processing operating system. Third, we have a multi-programming operating system. Multi-programming means if your CPU will execute more than one program at the same time. So that is called multi-programming. For example, suppose you open your computer and you are typing something. So after 5 minutes, you get bored. You thought, okay, it is better to start music. So what you did, you started MP3 player or you started VLC player, and you put one earphone in your head and you started listening to song. Again, you thought, okay, maybe some important mail came. Again, what you did, you open browser or started open your mail account. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So it means at the same time you are
Yes.
doing more than one program. Clear? What you are doing? You are doing more. You are executing more than one jobs same time. So that is called multi-programming. Clear? What is the meaning of multi-programming? When two or more jobs are running in computer memory, that is called multi-programming.
Yes, sir.
So it means all the jobs that enter systems are stored in where? Job pool. There is one space, or you can say disk, where all the jobs are stored. So according to priority basis or according to switching, that is called, you will later it will come. What is the switching? So according to your requirement, that process will execute first. So here you can see here all jobs that enter systems stored in a job pool or a disk. The operating system loads a set of jobs from job pool into memory and begin to execute. Clear? So suppose you want to execute 4 to 5 programs at the same time, then first all jobs will be stored in a job pool or you can say disk. So according to requirement, that job will come into the main memory from hard disk to main memory to execute. During the execution, job may have to wait for some task. Clear? So if suppose one job is running, then remaining job has to wait. It means, see, for computer, second calculation is very big. Computer is used to work in a millisecond or microsecond or nanosecond. Clear?
Yes.
So whenever suppose you are working on computer and at that time you are listening music. Second time you are working on Notepad or MS Office or MS Word. So there is a switching between process from music to Notepad or MS Word to music to MS Word. It is very fast. So we cannot understand. We are thinking both processes are running same time. But for computer, it is running one by one. Because switching from one process to another process very fast. We cannot calculate with our calculation that which is running first and which is running last. So switching between these processes are very high. It is in maybe millisecond, microsecond. So we can't compare that. We used to think that both processes are running same time. But according to computer, one time one process running, second time second process running. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
See, suppose you are watching TV, or there you are seeing that any person become invisible, and second time that person become visible. So what they are doing? They are using time frame. So within less than 1 second, 10 seconds, they are exchanging one frame to second frame to first frame. So our eyes thinking that person became invisible in TV. But actually, that is not reality. Reality means what they are doing within less than 1 second. They are transferring control from visible to invisible, invisible to invisible. Clear? In this way, our eyes looking that person that become invisible, or that person become visible after some time. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So that is called multi-programming. Second, when first job finish waiting. So say, if suppose there is a 4 to 5 jobs is there at a one time, one job will be in running state, remaining 4 will in a waiting state. So when first will complete, again second will come in a pool, it will execute, and remaining 4 has to wait. So in this way, one by one process will execute, and remaining will go in a waiting state. So in this way, multi-programming is working. It means anytime you can see CPU will never sit ideal. CPU will become busy every time until it execute all the programs in its memory. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
we have a time sharing or multitasking operating system. So it is a one logical extension of which one? Multi-programming. Clear? So see, in examination they will ask what is the difference between multi-programming and multitasking. So you will tell first it is a logical extension of multitasking is a logical extension of multi-programming. It provides some extra facility, just like faster switching between multiple jobs to make processing faster. So there is a context switching is there, means process will switch from one process to second to third to first. So in a multitasking or time sharing operating system, switching between process is used to become very fast. Second difference, allow multiple users to share computer system simultaneously. It means more than one user can work on multitasking. Is it clear? And user can interact with each other while job is running. If suppose in your computer 4 to 5 jobs are running, or you can say process are running, so they can interact with each other. It means they can switch from one job to another, mean first to second and second to first. They can switching easily. It means every time your computer is busy, CPU will never sit idle. Clear? So that is called multitasking operating system and time sharing operating system. So now is it clear what is the difference between multi-programming and multitasking, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Now can anyone tell me what is the difference? What is the difference between multi-programming and multitasking? Anyone tell me, nearly all of you, how much? Nearly 13 people are there. So anyone tell me what is the difference between multi-programming and multitasking? Tell me anyone, I am my question for all, not for single one. Is it clear? And anyone tell me what is the difference? Just I explain 4 to 5 difference. Anyone tell me what is the difference between multi-programming and multitasking? Pratiksha, Deepali, Harsh, Kirti, Poonam, Shakib, Sneha, anyone tell me what I explained just 5 minutes before? Is it clear what is multi-programming, what is multitasking? Pratiksha,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me what is the difference?
In multi-programming, a computer running more than one program at a time, and also a computer using more than one CPU at a time, and multitasking
No,
task sharing
computer not using more than one CPU, then it will become multiprocessor.
Oh,
Computer using single CPU, but computer using more than one job.
yes.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
So means suppose in your you have a one laptop. In that laptop you have a 10 program. You are doing MS Office. Second, you are listening music. Third, you are typing something. Fourth, you are seeing your email in your browser. So you at the same time you are working on four jobs. Clear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So means multiple program is running in computer memory. That is called multi-programming. Clear? It means CPU is always busy. CPU will never sit ideal in multi-programming. It will work for all process. What about multitasking? Multitasking is the extension of multi-programming. Clear?
Yes, sir.
It is the extension. So what are there is some benefit. So actually the switching between one process to any other process in multitasking is very fast. Clear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
In multi-programming, switching is less, switching speed is less, but in multitasking, switching speed is fast. This is the first difference. Second difference, multiple user can share computer system simultaneously. It means more than one user can work on single CPU. Clear?
Yes, sir.
And the third one, user can interact with CPU anytime. So these three are the more means big difference between multi-programming and multitasking. So in examination, they will ask this question: what is the difference between multi-programming and multitasking? Is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Anyone any doubt? Almost
No.
14, 15 people are there. Anyone, if have a doubt, you can ask me now, because it is very important topic. What is the multitasking? What is the multi-programming? So it is very important. All of you clear? Deepshikha, Harsh, Kirti, Poonam, Praveen, Sakib, Sneha, Swapnil, Vaishnavi, Vidya, Brushali. Anyone, any doubt?
No, sir.
Clear all of you?
Yes.
No one having any doubt? If you have doubt, you can ask me now, no problem. Now we have a second now we have a fourth one, multi-processor operating system, in which more than one process is work in a computer. You can say multiple process operating system, also known as parallel operating system or tightly coupled operating system. You can see tightly coupled. In this, more than one process are communicating with each other with help of computer buses, clock, and sometimes memory and peripheral devices. It executes multiple jobs at the same time and makes processing faster. Clear? To make processing faster, we used to make multi-processor operating system. So it has a main advantage. If we will use multi-processor operating system, first, increased throughput. We can increase number of processors and system can work more work in a less time. So that is the first benefit of processing, multi-processor operating system. Clear? Within less time, we can, number of job can work in that same time. Second, economy of scale. Because we are using a multiple processor in a single system, so automatically we will not use one processor, we can use multiple processor. So in this way we are saving our money. In a single system we can put multiple CPU or multiple processor, then it will work. Third benefit, increased reliability. So can anyone tell me what is the meaning of reliability? Hello,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me what is the meaning of reliability?
No, sir.
See, I am explaining. Reliability means, suppose you have a 5 process. Clear? You have a 5 computer, and all computer are connected to each other. Clear?
Yes.
If suppose out of 5 one system got failure due to any reason, then what will do? Remaining 4 system, the output, the working of remaining 4 system will not affect. Clear? Remaining 4 will take the load of 5th one. So that is called the reliability. It means failure of one system will not affect the performance of entire system. Clear? So that is called a reliability. If suppose you have a 5 system, out of 5 system, if one system is not working, no problem. Remaining 4 will take the work of 5th one and it will give same output. It means the performance of single system will not affect the performance of entire system. Or you can say failure of one system will not affect the performance of entire system. So that is called reliability. It means if you have a such type of network, it means your system is reliable. Clear? See, now definition is given. If one process fails to done its task, then each of the remaining processor must pick up a share of work and failed processor. The failure of one process will not halt the system, only slow it down. Only it will decrease the performance, but entire performance will not affect the system. That is called the reliability. So this is the first benefit of multiprocessor operating system. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the benefit of multiprocessor operating system. Now we have a distributed operating system. Clear? Distributed means the different machines are connected in a network and each machine has its own processor and local memory. Distributed means, suppose you have a one computer in Pune and second computer in Mumbai, a third computer in Nashik. So every computer having its own memory, own processing, but all are connected with the help of network. Clear? And they are communicating with each other. So what is the advantage of distributed operating system? First, we can share our resources. It means the content of Pune branch computer can share the content to Mumbai branch computer, and Mumbai branch computer can share content to Nashik branch computer. So it means we have a 3 computer, all are in a different place, not a single place. All computer having its own memory, own processor, own network. Network is compulsory. If network is not there, the computer can't work. So what is the advantage? First, we can see our
इकडे या ना लवकर.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So it is first benefit, we can see our resource. Second, computation speed of load sharing. So automatically, if suppose there is a one system load is divided into the 3 places now. One load in Pune system, second load in Mumbai system, third load in Nashik system. So means all 3 computer are different place, all are communicating with help of each other through network. Not reliability. Reliability means failure of one system will not affect the performance of entire system. Because if it will be failure due to any reason, then the remaining 2 location can handle that situation. Only what will become, some load will come in both branches, Pune branches or Mumbai branches, if Nashik branch is failure. Third, communication. There is a communication between all 3 branches. Require networking infrastructure. Yes, if you are using distributed operating system, networking is compulsory because all 3 computer has to connect with each other. They have to share their resources. They have to share their each and everything to one another. LAN or WAN must be compulsory. Did you study that computer network subject in your second year?
Yes, sir.
All of you know very well what is the LAN, what is the WAN.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ठीक है benefit.
हर्ष माइक बंद कर. अरे हर्ष माइक बंद करना.
Wait, I will unmute him. Now next we have a personal computer. So all of you know very well what is the PC. Third, we have a real-time operating system. Real-time operating system is a multitasking